How much truck do you actually need, is a question that automotive journalists constantly pose to the car-buying public. There are tons of reasons so many of us have elevated the Honda Ridgeline to critical darling status. It's comfortable, unique and capable of performing the vast majority of truck tasks that everyday owners face, and all with a better ride, superior handling and ease of parking over hulking competitors from Ford, Ram and Chevy. Unfortunately, the batting average of automotive journalists is astoundingly low. If we were even remotely on the pulse of the public we purport to serve, everyone in America would be driving either a brown, manual transmission station wagon, or a Subaru BRZ. Alas, that is not the case, and as great as the unibody Ridgeline is, it still sells in annual numbers what the F-150 does in about 5 minutes. What the Ridgeline, updated with a new face, a new 9-speed automatic transmission, no more front-wheel drive model and a volume knob for 2021, does have is a cult following. A small but vocal crowd loves and swears by the Ridgeline, seeing its many practical benefits and Honda reliability over body-on-frame competitors. And the Ridgeline is something of an oddball, too. It's soon to be followed by the Ford Maverick and Hyundai Santa Cruz, so maybe more people will wake up to what's good about a unibody truck. 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport HPD, by the numbers. Base price, as tested $37,665, $40,860. Powertrain, 3.5-liter V6 9-speed automatic all-wheel drive. Horsepower, 280 at 6,000 RPM. Torque, 262 lb-ft at 4,700 RPM. Seating capacity, 5. Curb weight, 4,436 pounds. Towing capacity, 5,000 pounds. Payload capacity, 1,583 pounds. Bed length, 64 inches, tailgate up, 83 inches, tailgate down. Ground clearance, 7.64 inches. Cargo volume, 33.9 cubic feet, bed, 7.3 cubic feet, in-bed trunk, 2.9 cubic feet, underneath second-row seats. EPA fuel economy, 18 miles per gallon city 24 highway 21 combined. Quick take, a unique truck that truly deserves a deeper look from midsize pickup shoppers. I got that sense when I asked you to ask me things about the 2021 Honda Ridgeline Sport HPD I drove for a few days. The drive was inundated with nearly 100 comments asking about the truck, and I personally got about 24 emails seeking advice. Clearly, many people are curious about what the Ridgeline can do. If you want to know more about that, I suggest you check out coverage from my guides and gear editor colleague, Jonathan Klein. In a rare stroke of press car luck, we had the same truck, not the same options or packages, but the same vehicle a few weeks apart, him in Utah and me in upstate New York. Klein wrote a full review that includes his impressions of motorcycle and baby hauling, and he covered how to load a motorcycle into the bed. He did the review. I'm here to answer reader questions. My time in the Ridgeline was a bit more pedestrian than his, anyway, a few trips to and from New York City, some grocery runs and very light off-roading. My biggest gripes were the lack of equipment at its $40,000 price tag, no navigation, no satellite radio, no parking sensors, which would be useful in city parking, and cloth seats. Perhaps I'm cheap or out of touch with how expensive new cars are, but I would want more if I paid that much. Still, I walked away extremely impressed with this truck, such that when my 20-year-old Toyota 4Runner finally decides it's had enough, I'd want to replace it with one of these. There's a lot to like here, including the cushy ride, the smooth V6, the innovative in-bed storage compartment and clever swing-out tailgate. I'd describe the driving experience as pleasant. It's just a very chill, enjoyable machine to pilot in nearly any setting. It lacks the harsh ride and poor handling dynamics of nearly every truck, trading those for the kind of everyday comfort you'd expect from any Honda passenger car. I'd take it as a daily driver over a lot of SUVs, too. So, again, it's a critical darling. But can it meet your needs? Let's answer your questions and find out. Question: I replaced my 2014 Frontier with a 2021 RTLE a few months ago. The Ridgeline is much easier to live with. A very comfortable ride. My biggest complaint is the infotainment system. Why couldn't Honda just swap it out with their newest system? Personally, I find the HPD package too boy racer for me, but do like the black HPD wheels. Hoff 1. Much as I like the Ridgeline, I do agree with most of your complaints. The infotainment system really doesn't do the rest of the truck justice. It's laggy, it's ugly, and feels critically behind the massive, slick, HD units on the market now. Honda's infotainment system felt outdated 5 years ago. In 2021, it's laughable. It's even worse when you consider this is what you get when you spring for an Acura NSX. As for why Honda doesn't toss in the updated system from the Accord and Odyssey, sometimes that happens with mid-cycle updates and sometimes it does not. At least this Ridgeline gets a volume knob. Oh, and regarding the wheels, I like them, but not on a truck. I'd be too afraid to scuff them doing truck things.